Woody Guthrie was perhaps the most important, most significant American folk singer and storyteller in the 20th century.
He was a creative, he was an intellectual, he was a human sponge of information. He was an avid reader, an avid collector of stories. He was basically a modern-day bard, going from place to place, telling the stories of the people.
He was a great observer, and he took all of these observations, all of these feelings, and put them into more than 3,000 songs.
Woody Guthrie, People Are the Song, explores Woody Guthrie's writings on topics like politics and place, but also family and children and love and spirituality.
It's really a collection of incredible items which include great lyrics from some of his most important songs, letters, journal entries, poems, great objects like the guitars and instruments that Woody Guthrie played.
This exhibition allows us to walk through time, through the Dust Bowl, into New York of the 1940s, all through the songs and the writings and the words of Woody Guthrie.
This is opening up the full story of Woody Guthrie as a human, as somebody who wrote about sexuality, sensuality, spirituality, as well as the politics and the civil rights that we all associate with Woody Guthrie.
What most people know is the fact that he wrote This Land Is Your Land and dozens of other now American folk music classics. But what you're going to find out here is that he was a father, he was a husband, he was someone who struggled sometimes with doubt, he was someone who had a hard time embracing the glory of America when he knew that there were so many things that could be fixed or improved. So I think in the end, when you walk through this exhibit, you're going to see the complexity of the man, you're going to see the beauty of creativity.
Co-curating the exhibition with the Guthrie family has been such a special opportunity for us to bring in family photographs and other artifacts that have never been seen before.
One of my favorite pieces in this exhibition is the notebook that Woody wrote in 1942 to his then unborn child, Kathy. Every single page is a lesson on life, how to live life, how to fight against the fascists, how to accept love and give love. It is a manual for how to live an enriching and a giving life.
You'll also get to see what I think is really the centerpiece of the exhibit because of the importance of this song, This Land Is Your Land, the original lyrics written just a few blocks away on 6th Avenue and 43rd Street. So you get a great glimpse of a genius, of a great American, of a songwriter extraordinaire. You get a slice of America in the 1930s and 1940s that is rich with description, emotion, and observations.
Woody Guthrie is really one of the most influential folk musicians and musician activists we've ever seen in U.S. history. Huge inspiration on the folk movement in the 1960s, and he continues to be relevant today.
That legacy was preserved and celebrated through the work of Pete Seeger, country Joe McDonald, right on through Bob Dylan, of course, Bruce Springsteen, Tom Morello, DiFranco, and so many others.
He was so radically in tune to the idea of being a musician activist when it was really a time when it was very dangerous to do that. His personal philosophy was to wake up and fight.
When you observe those who are fighting for equity, whatever that fight is, Woody was a slugger, and he would have been there too.
So many of the things that he wrote about America and about the issues of America, immigration, racism, capitalism gone wild, etc., are unfortunately still with us.
We still haven't caught up to Woody's ideal of what we should be as a society. We're still struggling with equity. We're still struggling with the idea of sharing the riches that we have in this world in a way that makes everyone feel like their voices matter. He inspires so many of us. The fight didn't end when Woody Guthrie's life ended. It was just the start.